So, I've decided to share one of my personal projects that I've been working on recently. It all started from when I wanted to make a web scraper. I wanted to do this because of a problem or a resistance. I have to log into a website and I have to tick one of the checkboxes to confirm that I've logged in for today. So like a daily login. As you can see here, this website, as demonstrated by my lock, has credentials that I need to access. Now this website has different pages that feature said tick box that I need to access. Here is the website. I'm going to blur some of the stuff for my own sake. As you can see, this is the login page, and using the developer console, I was able to monitor the network traffic between me and the web server, right, whilst being sent back and forth. If I log in with my credentials here, then you can see here that there is a bunch of requests. So this web page here can be made. As you can see, the first one here, if I go into the headers, this request method was a post method for this URL here. This is the payload. So these are my credentials that I've used to log in. I use the library called requests to make a post request to the URL that is specified here in the header. And then using credentials, I was able to send a post request to this URL using this payload here, which is my credentials. This is where my first error came into play, because to access different pages on the same website, you still need to be logged in. You still need to be verified to the website. So as you can see here, if I go onto one of these pages and I copy the URL, and then if I go back and log out, then as you can see, if I launch a new tab and put in the URL, it will force me to try and log in. Unfortunately, this took me quite a while to figure out, but I managed to get there. And I used this request session variable. What it does is it allows me to create multiple requests, posts, while I'm still logged in. And so all I had to do was to get this URL here, which is one of the pages on the website. As you can see here, it's a GET request. A GET request is asking the server to get a page from this website. And if I go to this session log tab, and as you can see here, this is the tick box that I needed to check. I then use the BeautifulSoup library to get the HTML elements on this page. As you can see here, the HTML can be shown here. This features a bunch of different scripts, some CSS, all of the stuff to make this page. And while I was able to inspect the elements, I found out that these are in fact input boxes, or a checkbox. Using this information, I was able to see again that there are like a lot of these are checkboxes, and these previous ones have been disabled. So I thought, in order for me to tell which one is the current box, I would have to look at which one is not disabled. So as you can see here, I declare an array and I ask the BeautifulSoup to find all the input elements on this web page. I loop through everything in the array of inputs and I look at which one has the disabled tag. If I simply run this, it will give me a bunch of different results. Each one of these is an input element. However, only one does not have this disabled tag. And that's how I was able to tell that this box here was this current one. So I added some more logic, it being if one of the results came back as none, which we've just seen, then I know that the current is this X. And I simply add a parameter to this tick box named check, and I set it to checked. This is the parameter added to the HTML to make this tick box checked. However, as I was looking through this, I inspected this element. I looked at the event listeners that were behind this input. I looked behind the click, and I found out that this input was the exact same as the input I'm trying to access. If I click on this, this will give me the code that is used to set up this event listener. Here, I was able to find another GET request to this URL using this information. This is done to add the points to my session, to my account. So how it works is when I click the button, when I check the tick box, then points will be added to my account, sent using this GET request here. So this information is useful because I'm able to relay this back into my program here. So all I had to do was send a GET request to this URL, passing the parameters specified here, and I was able to simulate me pressing this button without going on the page. I'll give you a demonstration. Go back on the website here. As you can see, this tick box is unchecked. And if I run this code here and refresh the page, you should be able to see that this tick box has been updated and the points have been sent to my account. So this is a very simple automation that I've made and I was willing to share. The possibilities of improvement on this script are endless, so to speak, because I could run this script every single time I boot up my PC, which would automatically tick the box without me having to access the website, or I could run this on an external device other than my PC, which will constantly check the time, and if a new day has occurred, then it will run this script, which will check the tick box for me. I would just like to note that this was made possible because my connection to this website is not secure. As shown here, there's a button that says my connection is not secure. This is because this website uses a HTTP connection instead of a HTTPS. The difference between the two is that the HTTPS encrypts my data to this website, and so I'm able to see what information is being sent back and forth. This is a huge security risk, as people who launch man-in-the-middle attacks, which I've demonstrated in one of my videos, that it's very easy to see the internet traffic coming from you and the web server. Therefore, if the traffic is not encrypted, I'm able to read anything in plain text. To make a website secure, you're going to have a security certificate, which allows for a HTTPS connection for encryption, which makes it much more safer for you to enter credentials into websites. That's basically what I wanted to share. I thought it was cool. I thought it'd be beneficial for me to share what I've been working on. Thank you for watching.